Hey, what's up guys? This is Dimitri from Offroadium, and today we're in the beautiful Costa Blanca, Spain, and this is episode 1 of our European off-road series. I'm sure many car enthusiasts know European continent as the home of motorsports, big private collections of exotics, and tiny streets packed with funky hatchbacks. But the off-road scene in Europe may be not that familiar to a wider audience. Despite some limitations, it's a beautiful playground for wheeling and overlanding, with rugged mountain trails, scenic views, and narrow forest tracks. And obviously, there are some awesome modified 4x4s that definitely deserve your attention. Alright, the vehicle we're showcasing today is Ineos Grenadier, that many of you know as the successor of a first-generation Land Rover Defender. Unlike many Grenadiers that you've seen in person or on YouTube videos, this one's fully kitted for big off-road adventures. The owner has taken care of improving every aspect of this vehicle to adapt it for a more serious off-roading than the base model is capable of. Alright, before we dive into the mods and upgrades, I'll go over some key details for those who are not really familiar with these vehicles. First of all, Ineos is a well-established business that's specialized on various things, starting with petrochemicals and multi-purpose plastics to oil, gas, and consumer products. Grenadier is the first 4x4 vehicle of the brand, which represents the fusion of a British design and German technical precision. The production model was developed with the assistance of a famous European engineering company, Magna Steyr, which was responsible for producing Mercedes G-Class and the European version of a Jeep Grand Cherokee, so these guys definitely know how to make things right. To support high production standards, the company chose a former Mercedes-Benz plant located in France, right outside the western border with Germany. The Grenadier is powered by a 3-liter diesel or gas engines found in various BMW models and a modern Toyota Supra. The engine is mated to the 8-speed transmission and tuned a little differently to provide more lower-end torque. Being a body-on-frame SUV with a low-range, rear, center, and front lockers, it belongs to the top league of dedicated 4x4s like a Mercedes G-Wagon and a Jeep Wrangler. Actually, there is a pretty cool story behind the name Grenadier. It literally means a soldier armed with grenade, which kind of brings the similarities with the name Defender. But the main reason for naming this vehicle like this is that Grenadier is the name of a famous London pub where this concept was first discussed by its founders. Due to the modern SUVs becoming more and more pavement-oriented, losing the body-on-frame layout and the lockers, I guess we all understand where is it all coming from. But despite being inspired by a Defender, the Grenadier is not a replica or a resto mode. Everything about its design and mechanical components is done differently and blend into a completely different kind of SUV that seems to combine everything a modern 4x4 fan may want to have.
Hi, my name is Rene and I drive this 2023 Ineos Grenadier. This is the TriMaster and it's equipped with the BMW B58 3-liter turbo inline 6-cylinder engine. I chose the petrol engine because I love the smoothness of the B58 and the engine is known for its reliability and offers great potential for performance upgrades. As a child, I was always fascinated by off-road vehicles. When my parents bought one, my love and interest in these types of vehicles grow even bigger. Looking back, I remember helping my father haul wood out of the forest with a Toyota Hilux. We overloaded the trailer a bit and got stuck. It was fascinating for me to see how we freed ourselves from the mud using logs and aids. What I enjoy most about off-road trips is discovering the cultures and place deep within the countries, and of course enjoying the freedom, peace and the chance to disconnect. Sitting by the fire and enjoying the atmosphere is something I truly cherish. So far I have only traveled within Europe, including countries such as Sweden, Norway, Finland, France and Spain, but I already have trips planned to Asia and Africa. I chose the Grenadier because it's a very robust vehicle, offering many features straight from the factory, like 3 differential locks, a low-range gearbox and also a winch. And of course, I also find the design of the vehicle very appealing.
Hey man, thank you so much for the opportunity to showcase this awesome rig, and obviously we would like to know more about the parts and upgrades you did.
Alright, let's get started with the Lightbar. The nice feature about this Lightbar is if you turn on the high beam of the car, the LED Lightbar also turns on. So, and you can choose between the white and the orange light, the driving light, and it looks nice. Then I put on this door carriers on all the doors because my plan is to mount some things on it. Yeah, for example, I mounted here the axle and over there the sandboards, and on the other side I have the fuel tanks. And yes, a nice feature is also that you don't need to remove these boards to put things on it, because you just put, for example, this holder, yeah, in the middle of this, and put it in any direction, screw, and it's already fixed. So you don't need to come to the back side. And the next thing is the rock slider. Yeah, the rock slider will be fitted instead of the plastic cover right here. It's made from 3mm stainless steel and is really heavy duty. So you can also lift the car on it, yeah, with a high lift. You put it in, lift the car, and it's no problem. Also, nice feature is that the steps can be removed and you don't have any hole or thread seen from outside. This is my roof carrier. Yeah, it's mounted to all of the 6 points on each side. So we don't go on the tubes. We go on the screws here. And this is the most duty fixing point. Right over here you have the 4x4 Project pre-runner suspension with the remote reservoir. And yeah, it works perfect. It's really one of the best mods on the car.
Yeah, the flex is so huge. What springs are those?
These are H and R springs, but I will change maybe for Eibach in the future. I also fitted the skid plates under the car. Yeah, it's the full kit from SPP. It's for the engine, it's for the fuel tank, it's for the subframe, the differentials, and also for the trailing arm. I also changed the wheels. These are 17-inch wheels and the tires are 285, 75, 17, so that are 34-inch tires. Yokohama, Geolander, MTG003. Right over here, I mounted two of 20-liter fuel tanks and road shower. It's the medium size road shower, and also shower cube from Wikiwood. And of course the roof tent, it's from the Bush company. It's the AX27. And also with the awning, it's also from Bush company.
Yeah, all right, man. So I was actually wondering, what was the most difficult part of the build?
The most difficult part was to find the right suspension setup, because a lot of weight is on the top on the car, and the car wasn't stable and was shaking a lot. Yeah. And this was a challenge, but now with the suspension, I'm really happy. It works really well, and the car is so safe on the street. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. Do you know approximately what's the weight of all the added gear that you have?
I think maybe 350 kilo. Yeah. Okay.
It ran away. Yeah, so overall, you get something about 3 or even more tons, the entire weight of the vehicle.
I think right now it's maybe 3.2, 3.3 tons. Yeah.
I was also wondering about the suspension kit. Which components does that include? So you have new shocks, springs. Do you have also new upper, lower control arms and
No,
tie rods?
we just changed the shocks, the springs, and also the links.
All right, man, thank you so much for the opportunity to feature this awesome rig on Offroadium channel. It was truly one of the coolest builds. I'm sure our viewers will appreciate it. Being a no-nonsense 4x4 with all the must-have off-road features, the Ineos Grenadier is indeed an ideal blank canvas for any adventurer. It only matters how well you adapt it to fit your own needs and requirements. With all the function-oriented upgrades, Rene has turned his Grenadier into a perfect overland expedition vehicle that's well prepared to handle serious off-road challenges, living off-grid, and remain comfortable for cross-continent road trips. In case you're looking to turn your own Grenadier into something like this, Rene's build may be just the right example to follow. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today. If you would like to see more information about the parts and upgrades installed on this Grenadier, hit the link in the description and follow to Offroadium website. And yeah, don't forget to hit those thumbs up buttons, subscribe, and stay tuned if you enjoyed watching this video. We have a lot of cool features coming up next.